Hey everyone, I just posted a video on surface area of rectangular prisms. This video here, I'm going to be discussing how to find the surface area of a triangular prism as well as a square pyramid. So let's get started with a triangular prism and we'll go from there. Alright, so a triangular prism essentially has triangles as its base, okay? So I have a triangle here with a base of 3 meters and a height of 2 meters. And just like it would be in a rectangular prism, it has an opposite face. Okay, the opposite face is going to be the exact same measurement as the front face. Okay, so if I were to spread this out, or if I were to cut down some of the seams and just open this thing up, it would look something like this right here. We have 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. Now, I'm not an artist, but these 3 rectangles are going to be exactly the same size as well as the 2 triangles. Okay, so these will be the same thing. So if I mark these like this, that these little lines mean that these are congruent. That means they're the same length. Okay, so I'll do the same thing for here, except I'll add one more dot to kind of differentiate what's the same and what's not the same. Okay. All right. So the marks that have 3 are congruent. The marks that have 2 are congruent. The ones that have 1 are congruent. Okay. So it just goes to show that these are similar. Okay, in size. So essentially, if I find the area of, let's say, one triangle, then I have found the area of the second triangle as well. And if I have found the area of one rectangle, then I have found the area for all 3 rectangles. Okay. So we're going to use this. We're going to kind of go through this real quick. I'm going to show you some tricks where you're not just working yourself to death, and then and that way you're not just overworking again, I guess you can say, and way you can get through these a little quicker. Okay, so let's start with the triangles. So I know the area of a triangle. I'm going to put a triangle there and an A next to that because triangle area is 1/2 times base times height. Okay, so we need to identify what's the base, what's the height. Well, in this case, 3 is the base, 2 is the height. Okay, so the area, if I plug those in, the base was 3 and the height was 2. Okay, now I'm going to go from here and figure out what this is going to be. So area, I'm going to keep 1/2 the way it is, and I'm going to focus on 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, now we're left with 1/2 times 6. Okay, if I don't have a calculator, I could write these both as a fractions as we have earlier in the year with proportions. Okay, and we can just multiply straight across because we're good with multiplying fractions. Okay, so remember, top times top, bottom times bottom. Okay, so area is going to be 1 times 6 over 2 times 1. Okay, 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 6 divided by 2, or 6 over 2, simplifies to 3 over 1, or just 3. So our area of the front face triangle on this triangular prism is going to be 3 square meters. Okay, now that's the area of one triangle. So over here, I'm going to list my shapes. Triangles, plural, because there's 2 of those. Okay, so the area is going to be 3 square meters and plus 3 square meters. Okay, so that takes care of the triangles. I've gotten those taken care of. Okay, now let's talk about the rectangles. Okay, so I may run out of room, but that's okay. So a rectangle area is length times width. Okay, or base times height, like I discussed in the last video. So length times width in this case is 7 is the length. The width will be 3. Okay, so use this if it gives you, like in this case, the dimension of the slanted side of this triangle, then use that dimension. Okay. In this case, we might have an equilateral triangle, we might have an isosceles triangle, which can alter which means that the base and the side lengths can be different. Okay, so let's use, if it gives you this measurement right here, then use that slanted measurement for your width of your rectangular sides. So we got 7 times 3, and that is going to come out to be 21 square meters. Now let's go back over here, rectangles. How many rectangles do I have in a triangular prism? I have my base and I have my two sides. Okay, so I have three total rectangles in this triangular prism, each of which have the same area, 21 square meters. So I'm going to take 21, I'm going to add it 3 times. Okay. Now to figure out what my surface area is, I need to add all of these sides up. So I got 3 plus 3, which is 6. Okay, so I'll put over here 6 square meters. Don't forget you can use a measure. Okay. And right here I have 21 plus 21. That is going to be 42. And 42 plus 21 is going to be 63. So 63. Now I have room for my measurements there, but don't crucify me. All right, so we have 63 square meters plus 6 square meters. All the areas of the rectangles, all the areas of triangles. And this will be 69 square meters. So this will be your surface area of this triangular prism. All right, so let's move on to a square pyramid. Okay, square pyramid means, so the square part means that it has a square base. Okay, remember that square bases have the same measurement, have the same. A square has all the same sides. Okay, in this case, my one side length of my square is 3 feet. So that means all 4 sides here are going to be 3. Okay, so that would be like 3, 3, 3, 3, and that is feet, by the way. Okay, don't forget to measure. Don't like me right now. Okay, but again, I'm not focused on perimeter. I'm focused on area. Okay, so let's find the area of the square base. Square base means it's square. Okay, area is length times width. Okay, so in this case, take 2 side dimensions, 3 times 3. Okay, 3 times 3. Okay, and that will be square feet. 3 times 3, we all know, is 9 square feet. So guess what? We got one side taken care of. We got 4 more to go. Now, what's interesting that with a square pyramid, all of the upward facing sides are triangles. Okay, in this case, we have 4 triangles. Well, if I have a square base, that means that I should have 4 equal triangles. Okay, with a height of 4 and a base of 3. So my suggestion here: find the area of one triangle and then multiply whatever that area is by 4, or add all this area up. Okay, so I know that if one face, okay, so we know what triangles are. Triangles are 3-sided shapes that have an area of 1/2 times base times height. Okay, 1/2 times base times height. Okay, so you need to identify what the base is and identify what the height is of one of these triangular faces. Okay, remember, one triangular face is the same thing as the other triangular faces. Okay, so area of a triangle is going to be 1/2 times base times height. 1/2 times base, which is 3 feet, times the height, which is 4 feet. All right, now we're going to multiply this together. So leave the half right now. Multiply the base and the height together. So 3 times 4 we know is 12. So I have 1/2 times 12 feet. Okay. So area, I could write this as a fraction, 12 over 1. And then I can multiply fractions. We're pretty smart. We know how to multiply fractions. We can take top times top, bottom times bottom. This becomes 12 over 2, or in this case 6 over 1, or just 6 square feet. That is the area of one triangle. Okay, so 6 square feet. So that means this is all 6 square feet. this is 6 square feet, and this is 6 square feet. So I have 4 of those. Okay, so 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 is going to be 24. So all the triangles, let's take all this, let's take all of our measurements, okay, for surface area. Surface area is the area of all the faces. I have my square base, which is 9 square feet, and I have 4 6 square feet sides. Okay, so that is going to be 24 square feet. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize y'all couldn't see that. My apologies. This is my square base. These are my triangular sides, the area of all those. I add these up, okay, and I get 33 square feet is my surface area for this square pyramid. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, be sure to email myself or your teacher of your choice. I will be posting videos on volume tomorrow, so be sure to check in and watch that video there. Okay, have a great day.